Hi guys, welcome back to ToK today. I'm Daniel, and today we're going to be looking at essay number 3. Is it more dangerous to unquestioningly follow experts, or is it more dangerous to completely ignore those experts? You can get the notes from this video and detailed essay guidance notes and questions for AI about this essay over at ToKtoday.com. Remember to hit like and subscribe. And I'm going to pass you over to Ben and Jennifer, who are going to take this away.
Ben, did you know that the acquisition of knowledge is generally taken as gaining knowledge or becoming knowledgeable? Whilst this term is not defined in the ToK study guide, I assume that it refers to the process of becoming a knower. Learning, in both formal and informal senses, can also be considered a process of knowledge acquisition.
I didn't know that, Jen, but I do know about choosing your area of knowledge. You are directed to use human sciences, and are given a free choice on the other AOK. You may want to pick an AOK which gives a contrast to ways of acquiring knowledge in human sciences as your second AOK. You see, a good contrast in the processes of acquiring knowledge will give you greater potential for developing good evaluation and implication points in the essay.
Ben, you're both a beauty and a brain. And you'll need that brain because this essay offers us a very narrow choice between two undesirable options. We get to choose between following experts unquestioningly or ignoring experts completely. Obviously, we want to sometimes accept experts, sometimes ignore experts, sometimes critically accept experts, and sometimes to ignore experts in an informed manner. However, these choices are not given to us. We need to address the choices that we're given, and then explain to the examiner why we are rejecting the two positions given in the PT, if we want to argue for an in-between position.
But Jen, the focus of the question is actually asking us which is the more dangerous of the two choices given. As such, we can assume that the safer, nuanced in-between, position is less important than the relative dangers posed by the two positions given. It's better that we focus the discussion on the relative dangers of the two positions rather than the in-between preferred positions.
I hear you, Ben, and I'm calling you an expert. Let's talk about experts. Who are these experts in each area of knowledge? How did they come to be labeled as experts? Do experts all share the same perspective in a discipline or AOK? Are there competing experts? Why are they labeled experts? Are we considering the expert themselves, or are we considering their knowledge?
Jen, you'll need to be an expert to get your head around those questions. I think there is potential danger in the definition of danger in this essay. We will need to think about what these dangers are that could arise from following or completely ignoring these experts. I mean, danger to what, or whom? Danger for what? We may also want to consider the development of the area of knowledge, the type of knowledge produced, or the uses of that knowledge. We can make obvious links to ethics here, which we could contrast with arguments regarding objectivity.
Objectively, Ben, I would like to talk about objectivity. But before that, I'm just wondering what students could do if they were finding any of this confusing.
Jen, if students are finding this confusing, they should pop over to ToK today to pick up 10 arguments for essay number 3. There's over 11,000 words of knowledge arguments, evaluation points and real-life situations in those notes, which will be a great help to them as they write their essays.
Okie doke, Ben, let's get back to objectivity. Those nice people at IB have directed us to consider AOK Human Sciences, so they are offering us the opportunity to consider the function and purposes of the human sciences. This could be a great area for debate and discussion. There's a potential debate between the objectivity of the human sciences versus the ethical implications of knowledge developed in the human sciences. If I was studying business, economics, environmental systems, geography, or psychology, I'd bring the debates about objectivity and ethics that I'd learned in those classes into this essay.
Jen, you're not just Jenny from the block, but you're also an ethical IB learner. I think that we can agree that any discussion concerning ethics could occur at two levels. Firstly, we could look at the ethical consequences of ignoring, or unquestioningly accepting the application of the knowledge that experts produce. Secondly, we could look at the ethical consequences for the development of knowledge in the discipline, or AOK, of ignoring the knowledge that experts produce. Similar arguments about the development of the discipline, or AOK, could be made for unquestioningly accepting the knowledge that experts produce.
Ben, we need to contextualize this. Context is just my favorite thing to discuss in a ToK essay, particularly as an evaluation point to get me some of those high marks. It's clear that the context of the expert's knowledge, the acceptance/rejection of experts, and the application of the expert's knowledge will change over time and space. That's context right there. Therefore, the dangers posed by accepting/rejecting experts will also change. This provides a rich seam of discussion in any area of knowledge. Context provides great evaluation and implication points for any area of knowledge.
Jen, I can confirm that, which is a beautiful segue into a brief discussion of confirmation bias. Following these experts unquestioningly, or ignoring them completely, potentially gives rise to a range of fallacies, particularly confirmation bias. Any ToK can give great opportunity for a discussion on confirmation bias in the acquisition of knowledge, and its consequences for the development of biased perspectives of the knower.
I'm biased towards you, Ben, but I still define myself. Let's quickly talk about the definition, or scope, of an area of knowledge. There is a potential discussion around the scope, or definition, of a discipline, or a ToK. We could consider whether there's a set of expert knowledge which must be acquired in order to develop an understanding of that discipline. For example, can you study economics without learning about theoretical versus empirical models, macro and microeconomics, pluralist versus free market models, etc.? Obviously, economics students are not taught to accept this knowledge unquestioningly, they are taught how to evaluate this knowledge. However, arguably they are following the evaluative knowledge unquestioningly as well.
Oh Jen, I think you're way beyond Economics 101, you're more at the level of innovation and development of new knowledge. Let's talk about that. One way of thinking about areas of knowledge is whether the acquisition of knowledge in that ToK is more top-down or bottom-up. Top-down processes are more hierarchical, in which the knower is discouraged from developing critical and personal perspectives. Bottom-up processes of acquisition are led more by inquiry, in which the knower is encouraged to develop their own perspectives. Contrasting two areas of knowledge in this way will allow the student to develop an argument about the dangers which may be inherent to, or arise from, either type of knowledge acquisition process.
Ben, I think that we're going to have a skinny chai latte to recover from our adventures in epistemological land. Let's hand the good people back to Daniel.
Okay, thank you very much, Ben and Jen. Oh dear. Okay, well, if you want detailed essay guidance notes, or just the notes from this video, or you want questions to ask AI such as ChatGPT or the other one, Bard, then go over to toktoday.com. We've got loads of stuff there to help you out with your ToK essay. Please remember, hit like and subscribe. I would love a subscribe. It means a lot to me. Really great having you. I hope that you join me here for the next video. Have a wonderful day. Stay ToKtastic and bye.